According to a massive new report from the New York Times this week, Donald Trump has found a new way to take your tax dollars and put them directly into his own pockets because, of course, the grift never ends. And Donald Trump's latest grift, of course, according to the Times, is that he has filed a complaint with the U.S. Department of Justice. Technically, he filed one in 2023, filed another in 2024, and the Biden administration, unfortunately, did not just outright reject them. They didn't touch them, so they're still there. So that's a big fail on the Biden administration and Merrick Garland's part. So now Donald Trump's own Department of Justice gets to determine whether or not Donald Trump is entitled to $230 million in compensation for the investigations that were launched into him. And of course, many of them ended with indictments, but all those charges were dropped because he became president of the United States again. So, Todd Blanche, the Deputy Attorney General, Donald Trump's former personal lawyer, is one of the people that gets to make the decision. The other people could be Pam Bondi for the investigations originating from the Department of Justice. For any investigation involving the FBI, Kash Patel would be able to make the determination as to whether or not maybe the FBI was just targeting him because they don't like him, and therefore you're entitled to $230 million. So, it could be any one of the people who depend on Donald Trump for a job that makes the ultimate determination about whether or not he gets the $230 million. And I think we all know where they're going to go with that. Now, first and foremost, Donald Trump was not politically persecuted. Donald Trump was given every single possibility to do the right thing, especially in the documents case. He chose not to do it. In terms of the Russia investigation, which is one of the things he's filed a complaint for, that actually happened while you were president. Like, that was your administration investigating you. You don't get to say your own investigation targeted you because of your like, what the hell? But that's one of them. Then, of course, the Capitol riot. Donald Trump absolutely refused to take action, did not deploy the National Guard, which he has made crystal clear this year he obviously can do. So you could have stopped that. You could have turned the documents back over any of the 100 times they asked you before they even sent the FBI to Mar-a-Lago. You didn't do that. This is all because of what you did as a person. You deserved to be investigated. You deserved to be indicted. You did not deserve to have any of those charges dropped against you. But, again, failures of the Biden administration, which Merrick Garland was one of the worst attorney generals we've ever had. Pam Bondi, obviously worse. I'm not trying to say, but, you know, it really, Merrick Garland screwed the pooch in so many different ways that absolutely led to Trump getting back into the White House. He did. If Merrick Garland had done his job, Trump wouldn't have been able to run for president because he'd have been in prison. Plain and simple fact. But all of that is irrelevant now. What is relevant is that Donald Trump is likely going to get at least some portion of that $230 million that, according to the Times, does in fact come directly out of the taxpayer kitty. So, that's our money. The money you pay. Every paycheck, every quarter, every April, whenever it is you pay your taxes, Donald Trump is likely going to be able to take some of that and put it in his own pocket. And I hope he does. I genuinely hope his own administration decides to say, yeah, you know what? Let's give him the $230 million. I want him to get it. Because if you think the backlash, if you think the drop in his poll numbers is bad now, wait till that happens. Wait till all these MAGA freaks that are still putting out videos on TikTok like, we're going to get tariff rebate checks, you libs, suck on that. Yeah, wait till they not only don't get those checks, but see Donald Trump's own administration writing him a $230 million check. How do you think that's going to sit with some of them? Not even most, but some. Some are going to be pissed. Everybody outside of the MAGA movement, regardless of party affiliation, will also be pissed. We will never, in our lifetime, see the American public in numbers like we will see if he pays himself $230 million of our tax dollars. So I'd love to see it happen, because that will be the end of anything involving Donald Trump. That could be the end of the Republican Party for the next 4 or 5 election cycles. So go ahead, cut yourself the check. What's the worst that could happen?